$300,000 an hour.
$8 million a day.
This is what we're spending fighting the Islamic State in Syria right now.
ISIS. Which the government will not acknowledge as ISIS. I think they call them ISIL or ISIL or
this is
something like that.
The Islamic State in Syria, ISIS.
Makes sense.
Islamic State in Lebanon, ISIL.
ISIL. Interesting.
Is Lebanon the other territory they're occupying, right?
No, it was Syria and Iraq.
It's Syria and Iraq?
Yeah. I don't know.
So that just totally...
Yeah, it totally
messes up my whole thing. Maybe it's Islamic State...
Probably some
enlarged
meaning in Arabic or Muslim.
ISIL.
I don't know.
ISIL. Okay, I thought I had it there. So far, we've spent $5.6 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Fighting the Islamic State.
And whose money is that? The taxpayers' money.
Yeah, it's your money. It's my money. It's the money that's coming out of our federal funding that could be going towards so many other things. Usually does go towards so many other things.
Hey, like solar panels, for example. Outfitting every home with solar panels would save all the taxpayers in general about $162 million.
$162 million?
Cut that right back. It's $162 billion.
$billion? $1
billion, man.
$162 billion
of our money can be saved by outfitting every home with solar panels.
Holy light bulb, Batman. That's a lot of money.
But no. Well, we can't take that money away from the warmongering companies that need it.
Well, because they need it.
They need it.
In Iraq and Afghanistan, over the past 13 years, we have spent $1.5 trillion.
What? Just trying to imagine that number. 1.5 trillion.
You know how many zeros that is?
That's a lot of zeros.
That is what $1.5 trillion looks like.
I wish my bank account would have that many zeros in it.
I doubt many people's bank accounts allow for that many zeros.
I'm just dumbfounded by the amount of zeros there, because that's disgusting. Honestly, it's quite atrocious to see that much money that could have been going towards educations, towards the public welfare, whatnot. Aren't we ironically in debt that much? I believe. Isn't that what the national debt number is, around 1.5 trillion?
No, I think it's more like 7 trillion.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're up to
Okay, well, here's a quarter of it.
But whether we like it or not, we as the people of the United States are spending this money. If we don't like it, we need to speak up about it and make our voices heard.
This is the point of the American government system, is for you to speak up to your representatives, to your senators. The more your voice is heard, the more they have to listen. The more you intrude on their personal time with your story, the more they have to listen.
Democracy is about the participation of the people in their government. Everybody is supposed to have an equal vote and equal say.
By the people, for the people.
Now, matter of factly, we live in a republic.
Yes.
A republic is supposed to be a system of representation where each district of the republic, each district of the United States, and remember, each state is broken down into voting districts. Whenever they sketch out the districts, it's always big news who's going to end up getting those districts. Each district votes its representatives in. So the people who represent those different districts are elected by popular vote.
Okay. The problem with that process you have is the Electoral College. The Electoral College, in all honesty, was just created to cushion the government from the popular vote, basically. So the government creates the Electoral College, their own system and whatnot. So, people,
this
for
is
example...
my argument, though.
Yeah.
This is my argument. Because this is, what you're saying is what stops many of you out there on the internet from going out on election day and voting. All right?
Look what happened for biggest example of this, Bush and Gore. What happened? Gore won the popular vote, if I believe, and Bush won the electoral college vote. And Bush was given the presidency just because he won the quote-unquote electoral college.
But this is my point. The people of the United States no longer is your individual vote towards the president. Doesn't matter anything. We collect that information to have that raw data so that we can talk about it. So we can say, look, we can feel good that we the people elected the president to office.
We actually did what the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution was written for, but in all actuality, no.
Well, the system that was set into place was so that each district would have representatives. Those representatives are the people who serve in the Electoral College. They're the people who serve in Congress, the people who serve in the Senate. These are the people that we elect into office to represent our districts.
And are supposed to represent our best interest in what we want.
This is why when we have an issue, we the common people who are not politicians, if we have issues, we're supposed to write our congressman, write a senator. You know, this is
the
how
way it's supposed to be done, basically.
This is the voice of the people. It is communicating through our politicians who we elect into office. But unfortunately, time and time again, you hear people who they feel secluded from politics, from the governments that run our system. They feel secluded from them because they choose not to go out and vote, understanding that it's the Electoral College and not the popular vote that elects president. And they feel like this happens across the board on every level. It doesn't happen across the board on every level. It's so much more scheming, conniving, and grimy than that. It's not just like you have a bunch of people who are just pushing in the politicians they want. It is. Basically. But it's grimier than that. Because each district, the people who are representing certain moral values, we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
The Freedom Partners Action Fund, the super PACs.
Yeah, big super PACs in general.
Big super PACs in general will go out and be donating money towards advertising campaigns for election campaigns.
Yes, for their specific candidates to have their specific goals and interests in mind.
So that the people then, yes, their votes are what matter in the long run. Outside of cheating, I mean, like, there's always that, you always hear on come election day that there's certain ballot places that the machines aren't working properly, and the Republicans start pointing fingers, and then the Democrats say, "No, must have been you."
But when if you have the super PAC, like the Freedom Partners Action Fund, funding both sides, they still win either way.
Make sure you participate in the system that you live in. Instead of complaining all the time, do something about it.
Do something about it. Your
Go
voice
out.
matters.
Participate. Say it again.
Your voice matters. As much as you think it might not, it does. No matter what the media says, it does.
So remember, whatever you do, vote, participate, and subscribe.
Write your congressman.
Write your congressman. If you don't subscribe, if you don't comment, if you don't like, if you don't support us on Patreon, I will live another day. But we might not live another day if you don't go and write your congressman about those issues that are bothering you the most, about your district and how just social issues, government issues. Government oversees so much in our lives today. Be a part of that.
Instead of letting your dollar be the reason why things get done, let your voice be the reason why things get done.
Peace out, Fish Joe.
Peace.